Hi everyone, welcome to the Knit.Love Podcast. I'm your host, Stephanie. You can find me on Ravelry, Instagram, Twitter. I think that's everything. You know, for as many episodes as I've done this, you'd think I'd remember this by now. I think that's it though. Ravelry, Instagram, Twitter. But I'm Knit.Love Steph, and that's where you can find me. If you haven't noticed, I'm in a completely different venue. I'm normally in the music family room of my house. I live in Michigan, and it is hot as can be. And for whatever reason, my bedroom and our house, I've got 3 fans going, and it is decent. Let me check. I can show you guys. Well, it's 63 degrees right now, but it's hot, and it feels pretty good up in my room. So, but welcome back. I'm so excited to see you guys this week. If you guys saw me last week, look, I have it back. I told you guys, well, not last week, 2 weeks ago now, I think. But it's back. I don't look like a hobo anymore, I promise. I have a crown, so it's not so bad anymore. I told you guys, I have the greatest dentist ever. It wasn't so bad, I swear. I'm trying to think of everything going on. I look a little off kilter because I'm also doing this with my tablet. My mom's computer has been and my hair is doing funky stuff today. I've had it up in a ponytail look at that. I went old school today. Like, we're talking scrunchy. I can't remember the last time I used a scrunchie, but I decided to use my tablet to try to record today, and it was kind of dead. So I've got it plugged in, and if I put it on the flat side, the camera is on the bottom, so like it's at a weird angle. But I figured I'd give it a go and see how it looks, and so far not so bad. I've got some pretty decent lighting in here, so then I have new friends who've decided that they like to watch the podcast because they wanted to hear my voice. So I wasn't too sure about that. So if they happen to watch this one, hello. How are you? Welcome. You can go. No, I'm kidding. I make jokes. It's okay. Other news and events in the world of me, I guess we could say. Not a whole lot, actually. It's been a very crazy couple of weeks. I was supposed to record this on Thursday, but I've been with my little sister. I've been sort of her caretaker, and it's just been crazy. So today she's with a friend, so I figured while I had some free time to myself, I might as well record and visit with you guys because it's been a crazy 2 weeks. Great news. I saw my neurologist yesterday to go over the MRI that I had a couple weeks ago, which I told you guys about. Because of if you haven't seen any of the past episodes, a couple months ago I had a stroke. Nothing major, I promise. I'm okay. I just have what's called my puppy, everybody. I don't know if you can see her. Say hi, Mashi. Yeah. Her name is Mashi, which she's half Australian Shepherd, half Black Lab. Mashi, her name is actually Sasha, but my other half could not say Sasha. So we called her Mashi. Mashi, which is the Russian form of... I'm a very cultural person. I love other cultures. And so Mashi was the Russian form of Sasha, which I had learned. And Mashi is actually translated to Babylon, which I find very fitting because she actually takes very good care of me. She is my aura dog, I guess you could call it. I have what's called chronic hemiplegic migraines because of the stroke, and she can actually sense when they're coming on. And so I'm going to have her registered as a caretaker. Not a caretaker. I don't really quite know what it's a support dog is what it's called. I don't know if you can see her. Do you see her? She's such a good girl. Mashi. Good girl. She's a good baby. She's a 1.5 years old. Oh. Yeah. Puppy kisses. I swear. But yeah, so I saw the neurologist yesterday, and the best news, I lost 30 pounds. So I was really excited about that. From the first time I saw him was May 3rd. And from that day to yesterday, which was June 3rd, I lost exactly 30 pounds on the dot. Which I was really, you can't exactly tell because the angle, but I was really excited about it. It was a significant drop, and a lot of it is due to, I'm lazy. I am very lazy, and I'll admit it. I don't do anything. I knit. But a lot of it is due to the medication. But I was very excited about that because a lot of the other medical problems that I have are actually getting better. Which I'm very excited about. So, excuse me. But the results of my MRI, he said that my brain, shockingly, is normal. I didn't have any my brain just kind of, the train of thought just, I didn't have any brain tissue damage or anything like that. He did say I have, it's called spinal stenosis. And that is where, and it's genetic in my family, so I was kind of on my dad's side. And it's like the only hereditary thing on my dad's side that I managed to get. Weirdly. The one nasty thing on my dad's side of the family that I could have possibly gotten, that's what I got. I don't look like anybody on my dad's side of the family. The only way you can tell I'm my dad's daughter is from my nose, which I'm like, really? My nose? Thanks, Dad. But it's called spinal stenosis, and it's where your spinal column is narrow. It's too narrow. And he said that my spinal column from C2 through C7, which is up right underneath the base of your neck, or the base of your skull, to just above your shoulder, where your shoulder meets your neck, it's too narrow. And it could cause pinching of those nerves. And he said that could cause some issues with the nerves, which may be part of the problem. Like when I get too stressed and everything like that, it can cause tension migraines, which may cause part of the hemiplegic migraines and things like that, which could cause some of the paralysis that I get during the hemiplegic migraines. Which is understandable and everything like that. And he said that, unfortunately, because it's hereditary and how narrow it is, there really isn't anything that they can do about it. Well, okay. But they're going to manage it with medication and everything like that, which I'm like, oh, lovely. And I don't remember if you guys saw a couple weeks back how I was on one of the medications. what they've decided to do is take the medications that I'm presently on and triple them. And then add I'm on a medication called Topamax, I'm on a medication called Fioricet, and they're doubling it, basically. And then they're going to add in a muscle relaxer to try to ease the migraines that I still get while on the medications, because I'm resistant to medications. Like, even if I go to the hospital for a broken bone, I've never had a broken bone, but say I were to hypothetically go to the hospital for a broken bone, pain medications don't work. They just don't work. They've got to give me lots of them in order for them to work. Oh, excuse me. And so they're putting me on muscle relaxers in order to try to ease the migraine symptoms when I still get them. And then he tells me, oh, so we're going to triple your medications, add medications into the mix, and we still think you should go to work. What? My dad seriously thinks I should fight that. There's no way. I took the new doses last night. I don't remember anything really. It's bad. Like, I was talking to friends. I was texting some friends and everything. And I'm just like, I passed out essentially at one point. Like, I woke up and my phone was on the floor. And I'm just like, oh, how did that get there? Like, I guess my one friend had messaged me and called me and everything, because, like, I was in the middle of saying something and stopped. Like, I just stopped speaking. And they freaked out. Which isn't really good. And I guess I swore at my fan and was like, oh, this is lovely. And I work at a gas station where it's one person per shift. But anyway, so now that I've rambled on for like 12 and a half minutes about nothing non-knitting related, I suppose I should actually talk about something knitting related. Because I've actually got something done, which is shocking. I haven't really gotten a whole lot done because I've actually had to maintain my medication and it knocks me out. Especially yesterday. Like, I passed out for like 2.5 hours and didn't even realize it. My family just kind of let me sleep. But I did get stuff done. I did not touch. The only thing I didn't touch was I'm going to put my hair up for just a bit. Pardon me for a minute, because there's a humidity level and my hair is sort of, well, that's lovely. So ignore that for just a minute. I know, I look absolutely thrilling. I did not touch my Hermione's Everyday Socks these past 2 weeks. In fact, I kind of lost them. So I have to find them. Oh, and I kind of got a new shirt. Don't ask. I kind of stole it from a friend. They came to visit and left it here. And it's actually 2 sizes smaller than what I used to wear. And I messaged this friend up and I was like, you know, you've got a shirt that's here? And they're like, oh yeah, you can wear it. I'm like, it's this such and such size and I wear this size. And they're like, oh, just try it on, see if it fits. And I'm like, but it's not my size. And they're like, you just lost 30 pounds. Try it on, see if it fits. Okay. Well, it fit. So I'm keeping it. Well, at least until they come back to claim it. So, yeah, I've got a little bit of hair ADHD right now, especially since it's fluffy. Okay, so I haven't touched the Hermione's Everyday Socks. I have been working on the Shawl of Doom. I love this shawl to death. It is driving me insane. This is how much is left of the ball. It is, it'll come to me. I promise. It is, it's in past episodes, so if I can't remember what it is, just watch it in a past episode. I know it's color number 4. Araucania Wasco. That's what it is. Araucania Wasco. Color number 4. It's the ball that never ends. This is the ball that never ends. It goes on. And every time, I was working on it today. Every time I record it, I show it to you guys in the middle of the freaking row. Every time. It is growing and growing. So, but what I'm going to do, see, it's quite nice, and I love the way it looks. Part of me almost feels like it's not here. Okay, here's the center spine. So you can see it'll grow quite long once it's blocked. So it'll be quite long. Part of me doesn't feel like it's going to be long enough, but I have a feeling I'll be able to get at least 2 or 3 repeats left out of this ball, because there's quite a bit more here than what meets the eye. So what I've got another partial skein of Araucania Wasco left, and the chocolate browns, and I think it's number 6. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's a brown combo, and because it's the elder tree shawl, and that's the grains, I think it would look really nice if I did the garter ridge and the picot edging in the browns. Because the kind of the geek in me is all like, ooh, the deco, or the Deku. The Deku tree from Legend of Zelda. The great Deku with the spiders. That's the sound. I know somebody out there is watching this going, oh my god, yes, I know what you're talking about, and those things creep me. They creep me out. So that's what I'm going to call it. When I finish it and I put it on Ravelry, I'm going to call it my Deku. My Legend of Zelda shawl. Yes, Tashi, it's okay. But I got about 2 or 3 repeats done on it since I saw you guys last. And it's still in my Modella bag. The other thing, oh my gosh, I got something in my eye. The other thing I've been working on, hold on, I gotta clear stuff out of my other bag. In my New York bag that my ex-mother-in-law got me for my birthday when she went to New York, is my other project. I have these are my favorite little things. I can't remember. I think I'd gotten these as a prize in a swap in the Schnibble Hive group on Ravelry. These are little. I don't think my tablet won't zoom. They're little ladybugs. You might be able to see this. It's a ladybug. There's more, but they're on my project. You guys know I have the skein of, this is my precious, my anniversary gift to myself that I'd gotten back in April. Alpaca with a twist, Fino lace weight, 70% alpaca, 30% silk, in like this brown taupe color. See, look at it. Look at it. Admire the gorgeous. It is absolutely precious. It is so soft. It's got this beautiful sheen, and I absolutely love it. It is so soft. It's very delicate, like you can see. I love it. I have cast on, I have cast on maybe 4 or 5 projects. I've cast on the Morgan shawl. I like the Morgan shawl. I don't think that this yarn was the right yarn for that shawl. I cast on the peacock. I bought this peacock shawl. Was not it. I've cast on 4 or 5, at least 4 or 5. Just couldn't find the right one. Finally, I just decided to cast on another Elder Tree shawl by Sylvia Bobilvia, also known as Soft Sweater on Instagram. I don't know. Let me look. I have the pattern right here. You can find it by looking for the Lonely Tree shawl on Ravelry. Okay. She's known as Soft Sweater on Ravelry, so you may be able to find her there. I found her. I follow her, so I found her through other resources. I decided to just cast on another Elder Tree shawl. Was very happy with the decision because it's a simple enough shawl. I'd never knit with lace up until this point. And with my mental capacity due to the medication, I needed something that had already been put into my brain. My fingers know it. I could read the chart, so it wasn't something that was going to be overly complicated. And I knew I had enough yarn, so I didn't have to go out and get different resources or anything like that. I was quite pleased. And look, I don't have this one like caught in the middle of the row so you guys can see it. It's going to be, this is on size, I think this is on size 6. Might be size 5s. I don't know. Nor did I really care. I just kind of cast on. And look. It's going to be very cobwebby. You might be able to hear it rubbing against the stand that I have my tablet on. You guys can't really... It's not going to focus it. You guys can see my pictures. If you follow me on Instagram, you should be able to see it. But like, here's... You're not going to be able to see that. But it, okay, maybe from far away. Maybe if I get a little closer. There you go. You can kind of see it there. I'm really happy with it. It's going to do exactly what I want it to do. It's going to get nice and big and airy and drapey. I am not going to be worried about it blocking out super big because it's already going to be cobwebby and so that I can wear it over tank tops and everything like that. Even in the fall, it'll be nice over, you know, simple long sleeve shirts and things like that. It almost looks like a spider web. That's what a cobweb is. What am I thinking? But yeah, I decided that that's what I was going to do. Knit myself another Elder Tree shawl. And that's just what I did. And I was okay with that. And I like it. It's a simple enough pattern that provides just enough complication to make it, just enough detail to keep it interesting. that's all that I have for knitting. However, I finished some spinning. I did get some spinning done, guys. You will be glad to know, I finished. If you follow the podcast, a few weeks back, I had dyed some fiber, and had dyed some fiber from my mom that I had called Vintage Rose. And I had full intention of spinning lace weight. I apparently cannot spin lace weight. I tried. Well, I think I might have, I don't know. But it's okay because she didn't want anything made out of lace. She wants socks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to gift the yarn to her for her birthday. I'm going to have her pick out a pattern. Apparently my dog has seen something. Today's Wednesday. Oh, neighbors are taking out trash. That's why tomorrow's Thursday. Trash day. I'm going to have her pick out a sock pattern, and I'm going to make her the socks for her birthday. And there she goes. But I was super excited. It took me a while to get the yarn spun up. And I actually bought wool wash, so I was able to wash it properly. The question is, oh, there it goes, okay. Now, it's not exactly, I was wrapping it around chairs, and my other dog, Sophie, who, if you watch the show, she's my shepherd mix, my German shepherd, or my husky mix. She had bumped the two chairs together, so, like, if you see it, it's loose. So part of it is nice and proper. But look at that. See the greens? It's not going to focus it. Maybe if I... But there's greens and pinks, and it's fingering weight. It is a proper fingering weight yarn, and I was so proud of myself. This is approximately 3.7 ounces because my dogs, they got into my bobbins and twisted everything up and messed it all up. And I couldn't fix it. So it's about 3.7 ounces, and I got 376 yards. But my mom has small feet, and she doesn't like cuffs. So it's plenty. It's plenty. There'll even be extra. See, like, that is just, that's a mess. It's gonna be, I'm a wool sniffer, guys. I like to sniff it. That makes me sound like a strange kind of crack addict. But let's see if I can at least wrap it in proper. Ouch. No. My medications are kicking in, if y'all haven't noticed. But 376 yards, so I was really kind of excited. And so I'm going to make her some socks and everything. So she's going to be thrilled. She does know I finished, and she's ready to have them. So see, look at how pretty that is. At least from that side it's prettier. That side not so much, see? But I got it done. So I was really proud of myself. And I started spinning something else. I believe it is the colorway that I'd called Unicorn Tail. Might even be mermaid, or unicorn hair, or mermaid tail, one of the two. But it is the one that looks like this. It's got the darks and this is where I've split it and, you know, started drafting it and everything. This is the part that's not on the bobbin, you know, obviously. So, but yes, that is my crafting adventures for the past 2 weeks. Not a whole lot, but enough. It's been fun. I can't really think of a whole lot else. I'm trying to think of if I'm forgetting anything. Oh, and I guess in the meantime, if you're not watching me, or if you're waiting for my next episode because I'm apparently that much of a rock star, then I guess there are my favorite podcasts to watch. There's Miss Amy Beth of The Fat Squirrel Speaks. There is Ginny of Penguin Soup Knits. There are Stacy and Steph of the Mustache Podcast. There is Dawn and her husband of Wolf Farms. There's a couple others, but I'll have to think of what they are because my brain is wanting to, like, on me right now. Because I took my medicine, like, almost an hour ago. What do you know? So, of course, my meds are wanting to kick in on me. And an update. Many of you know that I had put out a pattern for test knitting a few weeks ago, like about a month ago. What is going on with that is I am going to publish that here soon. It's June. I'm going to publish that probably by the beginning of July. What is going to go on with that is I'm going to publish it. I'm going to put it up for purchase. There's going to be a couple of them. My transient socks, and the undulated socks. I'm going to get in touch with another person that I had collaborated with about another sock pattern. And I'm going to put them up for purchase in the Ravelry store. What is going to go on with that is, and it's only going to be just like a couple of dollars at best, 100% of the profits are going to go to my local, or the local Brain and Spine Research and Treatment Center for, I'm trying to think of how to word this. It's going to go to the local Brain and Spine Research and Treatment Center for people who need treatment for people who can't afford their treatment for neurological disorders and things of that sort, because things like stroke and brain disorders, they're deadly. I was lucky that I had family and everything like that who could help. I did not have insurance, and had I not had family and things like that who could help me go and get the care that I needed, I would not have been able to see the doctor. And had I gone untreated, things like things like migraines, those can actually damage your brain and can kill you. Neurological disorders, migraines, all those things can kill you, and if they go untreated, it's deadly. And a lot of people don't get treated because they just can't afford it. it's heartbreaking because, I mean, people suffer from this on a daily basis, and it's heartbreaking. I mean, something as simple as a headache. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that headaches can kill you. And I know everybody suffers from them. And so what I'm going to do is put the patterns up. I mean, for crying out loud, there's actually even an awareness ribbon for neurological disorders. I think it's in the month of April, and it's a navy blue ribbon. I could be wrong on the month, but it is a navy blue ribbon. And so I'm going to put the patterns up for sale at the beginning of July. And all of the proceeds, it's going to be like $1 or $2, and all of the proceeds are going to go to my local, it's actually a teaching hospital. Sorry about that. I have a dog hair in my mouth. To set up a fund. It's gonna go to set up a fund for low-income patients to help pay for their treatment, so that they can afford to get the treatment that they need in order to manage their diseases and actually prolong their life. Because it's not fun and it's very difficult. It's something like, I mean, it's crazy. It's the reason I've had to switch from podcasting weekly to bi-weekly. It's not fun. It's very difficult. A lot of people don't realize it. It's an internal disease, and I mean, it's one of those things where people look at you and say, well, you look fine to me. Well, just because I look fine on the outside doesn't mean I'm not dying on the inside. And people just don't get it. And a lot of people can't, I mean, especially neurologists. Neurologists are one of the most expensive specialists there are. But enough about that. I'm on a tangent. And so I'm just going to get off on that. But, anyway, now that I've gone on for almost 40 minutes, I will leave you on that note. I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on with the patterns. So if you feel free, and all of the people who tested it get to keep it for free. I will send you all a final copy of the pattern for free. So just let me know, because I don't remember who everybody was. Yeah. I think that's it. So, yeah. Anyway, on that note, I suppose I will let you guys go, and I will see you all again in 2 weeks. Happy knitting, everybody. Bye.